Blast off. Alright, hey, this is Jazz and my dad.
Dad, Charles.
Yeah, he has his own YouTube channel and then blah blah blah. He has more views than me than ever. Today we're here with Bloodborne. Last night I had the urge to just start playing because I was trying to get hyped for Dark Souls 3. What did I start doing? I think I went after Micolash because I thought it would be really easy. I remember Micolash just kicked my ass a whole bunch of times, and then I really hate this boss fight. It's a really bad boss fight. Watching right now, this is post-commentary. But I just had the urge to play Bloodborne, or just a Souls game. That looked pretty. Yeah, so he basically summons these puppets to fight, and he uses arcane attacks, but he uses his fists for melee attacks. In the first phase, part of the fight, he fights mostly with his puppets. They don't. They do a lot of damage if you don't have a lot of damage resistance like me. He uses Augur of Abridus, which is the tentacle attack. It can knock you down and does a lot of damage. Probably one hit you if you not careful. But he doesn't. He uses another arcane attack in his second phase. I think once you get down to half of his health, he disappears and goes to another room. I'm just L2 stomping him with a Liquid Holy Blade plus 9. My dad here today, he's not really saying much. You can say whatever you want, man.
He's trying to attack you with his tentacles.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yep.
He's opening up a portal, and it's implied that like one of the great ones, the gods, is sending her tentacles through the portal. If you if you look closely, it's a portal's opening where his hand is shooting out. See, portal, tentacles. They flop around too. I think I'm trying to get a parry so I can replenish my health because I have like 2 blood raptures. It's not happening. And then I start panicking because his puppets come back. If you kill them, they will not drop. They will not drop blood echoes. You won't get anything out of killing them. They're just enemies that come back after a while. L2 stopping them actually really does work. They can unleash a flurry of attacks that like can stun lock you. I think at a certain point I just give up on, because I think yeah, see that one comes back faster and I'm just like nope, fuck them. That was stupid. The DLC item that doesn't really work that well.
What's DLC?
Oh, downloadable content. Just extra shit to make you pay for a game that you should have got a full. It's a way for them to make a game that's not finished, and then they sell you the finished parts that they made after the game was made. So people back in the day were like, "Oh yeah, DLC, new maps." Like, you know, the game is already great, like Halo or something like that, but now these maps came out and they're awesome. But now it's just like, oh, we didn't finish the game, we're gonna come out with DLC. Yeah, the Black Sky Eye is a DLC item. It's consumes 1 Quicksilver bullet. You use that Quicksilver bullets, Dad. You use them for your gun. But they can also be used for magic items. The magic that was that little dart thing I used. That I shoot a blue sphere at him. Oh, this is what I don't like about this fight, is that you have to fucking follow him around in like this little like mansion area. And you gotta find him and catch up to him. And I don't, like, you know, you really, sometimes you don't know where the hell he is. Let's use a guide. I did watch someone's playthrough, but, you know, it's hard to remember that kind of shit. He drops down here. And it looks like he's, like, you know, gonna wait for you to hit him, but he's not. He's gonna keep running away until you get to a dead end. That gate closes. And then you got all these enemies flying around. I've gone through this part like a lot of times because I died a lot in this area. You're gonna see one attack he does that like can kill me in one hit. I know not to go down that way. I think, like in my head, I'm just like, no, or is it that way? I forgot. I think I just see those enemies and I don't feel like going back down that way. He's referencing Cause or Cosm. Remember that whiny boss I was fighting? The blue ugly one? That's the orphan of Cause. That's what the kind of the whole story is about. That these people, these like researchers found this weird monster thing, and they stole its child. And I'm on the side of people that think that orphan of Cause. You see that it looks old and grown. I think it's the old man. Remember the old man I was fighting that was really fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gurman, the first hunter. I'm on the side of people that think that's Gurman. I'll make a video about that later. I don't have that much evidence. Neither is most. That's the attack. Yeah, it's called a call beyond. You can interrupt it by shooting him. Yeah. Okay. He has no poise in this game or anything, so you can just keep fucking stomping on him until he with a light weapon. Yeah, I'm just not letting him attack me with that because that shit scares the shit out of me. Like it can kill me in one hit. It shoots like starburst energy everywhere.
It's like white phosphorus.
Okay.
Blast.
Damn. All right. Did you ever use white phosphorus? Did you?
In a grenade launcher, yeah.
Oh God. I don't want to hear that. Horrible monster. No, I thought there was like 3 phases of the fight. There's actually just 2. I don't know if anybody else's experience are different, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of the fight. Yeah. Find a good place to go. So I didn't make it like completely clear about what the purpose of this video. I titled it at the beginning "Endgame events." What I mean is like all the stuff that I felt like doing instead of fighting the last boss of the DLC, which is the Orphan of Cause. The thing's kicking my ass. I can't beat it. So I beat Micolash. I was just showing like that I did. The guy with the cage on his head. His name's Micolash. Micolash. Names in this game are great. Right now, we're gonna go off and find Blood Rock. This is after I let down the Brain of Menses. I should have shown that the cutscene or like the part where I go and find the Brain of Menses. There's a bridge with a whole bunch of fucking Winter Lanterns, and I was just happy that I fucking got past it because that shit was annoying.
What's the Blood Rock do?
The Blood Rock?
Yep.
Oh, so there's different items in the game that fortify your weapons and make them stronger, increase their damage output. So you start off with like bloodstone shards. It's what they are is like crystallized blood in the story. And then they turn into twin bloodstone shards, and then bloodstone chunks, which are harder to find, but more abundantly like farmable. And then blood rocks. There's only like 3 of them in the game. So with each new game, you get you pretty much get you get 3 chances to make 3 plus 10 weapons. They bring your weapon up to plus 10. Plus 10 is the highest. So I think my weapon at this point is like plus 9. And then after I get the blood rock, I make that weapon I'm holding right there plus 10, which was a bad idea. But I found the second one in the but in the DLC they give you a 4th blood rock, but it's still a pain in the ass to get because it's kind of in a shitty area. The DLC's fun, but it's not. The last boss is fucking annoying. You see me? I'm like in this part. I'm actually just trying to figure out where the fuck I am. So I use the beginning of the level, which is where I meet, where you enter the boss room to fight Micolash. I use that as a marker. I'm like, okay, I've been here, and then I go here, and I'm just like, okay, I fought him in here. And I think I killed him there. I don't actually remember. I don't think so. And then I go down here. And this is the beginning of the level again. And I realize that. I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure out where the fuck I'm going. And then it's right next to the exit you need to take is right next to the entrance. And you see here, there's a whole bunch of these dead bodies with like spikes coming out of them. There's like a giant brain, and it shoots these spikes into these guys and makes them die of madness. Like, just makes you go crazy. So it's a status effect called Frenzy. But yeah, throughout the level you have to hide. It's like kind of like the Eye of Sauron, remember from Lord of the Rings? Mm-hmm. It looks at you and you're burning and stuff. It's kind of like that effect. Like you have to get out of its view and avoid it at all costs.
A whole bunch of eyes on the wall.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a nightmare. Eyes are a very important like theme in this story. Oh, so you drop down here, and this is actually the beginning of like the entrance to Mergo's loft. These enemies won't attack you. I mean, if you've already like beat Micolash and you've been through this part, you already know what's up here. The enemies they're weird. They don't hit fast, and they don't react to anything much. I think they're called the Mergo's caretakers. But Mergo is a infant great one. Like he's an infant god. Telling you, Dad. And yeah, they don't like they can swarm you, and they also don't take that much damage, which is weird. But they're not very fast, and they don't really chase you that much. There's one big one down there that you actually have to avoid. I remember seeing this elevator here, and I didn't know what the hell what it was, but I knew it wasn't the one that I had to go to. It wasn't important. I was like, nope, not it.
It's going down. Does it go up also?
No. I think it goes back. It goes back up to where it was. My brightness is at a setting where you can actually see the brain a little bit. It's called the brain of Mensis, and you can see the brain over here. Sometimes you need a torch. Not really. I just pull it out so it'd be easier to see in the video. And there it is. Big brain with eyeballs on it. And to get the moon rune, it's an item it gives you if you use the make contact gesture. The gesture is I sped up the video. The gesture, it's for making contact with the gods, but this is the only time it actually like works to do anything. And then your character after a minute like switches positions, and then the brain responds and gives you the moon rune. Right now it's not attacking you, which is so weird. But you can also just kill the shit out of it. And after you kill it, it drops an item that you can use for these sort of like these weird dungeon things, which I'm not going to explain because they're kind of weird. It gives you the living string. Yep, this is now this is gonna be the what is it? Mergo's Wetnurse boss. Yeah, I can't hear the audio, but I know what part that was where I was just looking down, because you can hear the hummings of those winter lanterns, and I think it's like a lullaby for Mergo, the infant god thing, Dad. You can't hear it right now. I know you're not gonna be able to hear the audio, but you see Yarnum. She's looking up at the boss arena because she knows her baby's up there. See her, like, I think they gave her a like the Mergo's Wetnurse, the boss, gave her a C-section and stole the baby so it can get the umbilical cord. Umbilical cord has like great powers or something like that. I mean, they give you insight, which I'll explain in a second, Dad. That right there is supposed to be, if you do things a certain way, the final boss of the game. Very perplexing boss because it doesn't seem like it goes with the themes of everything else in the game. But we all know that at this point that Mergo is the source of the nightmare. It's having a bad day, or Mergo's having a bad day, and Mergo's Wetnurse is the reason why it happens. So it's the reason why this nightmare is happening on the world, as far as we know. They need to kill this thing. It unleashes a flurry of blade attacks. It does that. It does a launcher, which could probably kill a lesser man, not me. And it does this attack. I think I don't know when. It did it to me once. I heard a lot of people say that it happens like halfway or randomly. But it does this fog cloud thing, and it summons a clone of itself. And the clone does as much damage, but I'm pretty sure if you hit it once, it's just gonna go away. I think there's some obvious influences, like from not Dark Souls 2. I think Dark Souls 2 stole this from Bloodborne. There's another boss that looks exactly like this, Dad. Has multiple arms too and wings. It looks like an angel.
Multiple blades.
This thing has a lot of blades. So what it does is like it just flings all the swords around in front of itself. And it could also hit itself. It hits you from the back. It also has stretchy arms. I didn't know that when I went into this boss fight. I did not know that it had stretchy arms. Because that is so fucking weird. But once the haze goes away, the purple haze. Purple haze runs through my brain. Once the purple haze goes away, then the clone is gone. The clone is gone. But it's weird. I thought it would do it multiple times in the boss, but it doesn't do that. It just stops. But yeah, pretty much try. I guess stay behind it. Yeah, actually stay behind it because it fucks you up in the front. Stay behind it and just do all the hits you can. I'm using Luwit's Holy Blade plus 10 at this time. See, it does all the attack. If you get behind the boss when it's charging up for that, front attack, then you'll be fine. But this one, see right there, it's like it's flurrying every like blade in every direction, sort of, except for like a little bit, like a weird blind spot in its back. That's a full-on just front attack. You get in front of that, then you're kind of an idiot. Like when it does those wind-ups like that, it means just get behind it. That's what it means. They're giving you a chance to get behind it.
How do you know what's behind it? Where the position is behind it?
What do you mean? You can see the boss like it's in front of you, right? See its face? Well, not face, but you can see that that's its front because it's facing towards you and walking towards you. I know it looks like kind of weird, Dad, but I mean it's you know what's the front and what's the back because it still has a humanoid form, so you know it's back and which one's front. You know, like you see that snout, that weird snout thing that on the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that's facing towards you, so that must be the front. It's weird that it's not a tentacle monster. It's kind of like just a crazy bitch. Crazy ass wet nurse. See, behind. See, I'm going behind the character, or behind.
Yeah.
When it releases that huge attack. It's hard to track like right now because we're watching a recording, but like when you're in game, you know what the back is of things. But the thing is, there is a boss that doesn't have a back or front, so the thing I'm saying is just stupid. Yeah, so after the baby stops crying and it says Nightmare Slain, you can go. I really wanted to go back to the Hunter's Dream so I can use these the experience points I got. The little number 772. See that dead?
Mm-hmm.
That's your currency and your experience in the game. Like that's what you spend to become more powerful. Really wanted to leave, but I needed to see this part and record it. Mergo's mother bows to you and then disappears. It goes back to hell. Yeah, so these are all the endgame events pretty much to me. Like the boss fight that we just did was not that important. I sped up the loading screen. Right here is something that happens after you kill that one guy with that cage on his head. Micolash. After you kill him, this one lady that was supposed to be in that chair that I'm facing in front of, she's supposed to be like there, and she wasn't. At first, she gives you blood to heal yourself, and then after the moon goes up, and then she goes into like pain, and you're like, "What's wrong with her? She's going crazy? She's gonna turn into a wolf?" But she does this one thing. After you beat Micolash, you find out like what actually happened to her, which is that she is pregnant with the baby of a old one. See, I just gained some insight. See how there was a weird cloud that went around me, and you see like the little alien baby. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her baby. Yeah, it's very awkward, and you don't know what to do. But you pretty much, like most of these Souls games, you just know you have to kill them. You kill her, and you get her shoes.
What about the baby?
Yeah, you'll see it. If you kill the baby, which is very interesting, you kill the baby, which I'll see in a sec, and you get her stupid ass shoes. You kill the baby, which is a horrible thing. You're a horrible monster. You get